Welcome to episode 2 of Futurepack Industries. I am in the Nether. I haven't done a great deal since last episode. This is pretty much a follow-on. In fact, all I have done is come into the Nether to collect some ores and bits and pieces. I generally needed some glowstone and some extra nether quartz would help. I was also lucky enough to find some emeralds in here. And I will need them as well. There's a nether fortress here, and what we also have is, which I was quite surprised at because I didn't know these spawned in the nether, but we have a Futurepack shaft dungeon thing. Yes. I've already been in and raided it, hence the fact I've got a wardrobe with a few bits and pieces in. And I've just checked the portal. The portal is actually at Y level 32. And I'm at Y level 21. I'm thinking if I can get back to the portal from here, obviously you have to get up to Y32. That's going to make life so much easier, I don't want to be up there, to get to that nether fortress. So what I'm going to do, if this pick will last, how far away is it? 102 meters. That's not bad. So I'm going to make my way back to that portal, and we'll go back to the overworld, and I will see you in a moment. Right, I'm back from the Nether, and I've just put that wardrobe in there with all the goodies that I got. I've left a few things out because I'm going to need these, and oh, that's food I'm cooking up. Oh, I've got food there. Oh well, I've got 2 lots now. Right, yeah, there's a couple of things I want to make. The first thing is probably quite controversial, but I'm going to make it anyway. And I promise I'm not going to overuse it and abuse it. This is the Philosopher's Stone from Project E. And this has the potential, well, when combined into here, to make the transmutation tablet, this has the potential to provide infinite resources to some extent, and I don't want to abuse this thing, but I would like to. This has got EMC value, and I think it would be kind of nice to teach that to the table. And if I ever have 11,370 EMC, I will be able to get one of these when I need it. That will be very handy for me travelling around. For example, the emerald has now been learned, and that's worth 16,000. I could pull out this Enderwing Prime and get a new one. Equally, I can put it back in and get my emerald back. No EMC in there at the moment, so I won't be able to get anything out. But every time I teach this table something, whether it be a stick or an emerald or anything like that, I will be able to transmute from one to the other as need be. The point at which this becomes a bit overpowered is when you start burning up all the junk that you don't need. And with the automation in Minecraft, you can create a lot of different items and manufacture things to go into here and pull out an infinite amount of emeralds, diamonds, etc, etc. And also Project E has the potential to make its own fuel sources, and we can get oh yeah, lots of stuff. Anyway, not going into that. This is I'd just like to have it so that I can teach it a few things. You know, even this, even a diamond pickaxe. I can pull out a diamond pickaxe from there for the cost of, what's that, 162. That doesn't make sense. Let me just try this. Yeah, I didn't think so. That's more like it. 24,500. So if I have 24,500 EMC, I will be able to pull out the diamond pick. but I can't at the moment. I'm going to take that back and leave this with nothing in it. Anyway, that's not important. That's just something I wanted to do. I wanted to explain, and I wanted to do it on camera to let you know what I was doing. The Philosopher's Stone can go back, well, can just go in there. I'm keeping this on me because I'm going to head out and do a bit of exploring, and I'm going to do a bit of mining, and this will allow me to teleport back to here, which will be very convenient. Right, now that all that's done and said, I'm going to make a storage module tablet. This requires blocks of redstone, emerald, quartz, gold nuggets, and much more. So I think I have got everything for that. Because normally I like to have backpacks, but you know, this is a futuristic series. I think I should have something a bit different. What am I missing? All sorts. Iron, nether quartz, and a chest. Will an acacia chest work? I wonder. Iron, nether quartz. Let's have a look. I believe it will. So storage module tier 1. This will allow me to hold 100 stacks of any item. And I have to combine these two to allow this to have 100 stacks worth of items. I take that up to 2. I need another chest. Let's grab one of them. This will allow me to hold 200 stacks. And for the sake of a couple of gold and a couple of nether quartz, redstone and a chest, that's well worth doing. The next level though, tier 3, which holds 300 stacks, requires 2 blocks of gold, which I don't have at the moment, and to be honest I don't think is really necessary. So I can combine them together, and I now have a device which will store 200 items. However, I also need energy, and I am thinking lava. I am going to start a small lava energy production. But before I do, well actually I should do that first, because the idea of having this is so that when I go mining I can store all my blocks in there and I don't have to rush back quite so soon. So yes, that will be the next thing. So let me get rid of all that. And I don't need that on me at the moment because I'm not travelling anywhere. We'll keep that there. Let me get set up, get a few things sorted, and we will see about trying to get some energy, and then I can power this, and I will have basically a backpack that will hold 200 stacks of items. Right, with that said, I'll be back in a moment. Right, I'm back. I got a little bit sidetracked from the making an energy source, and I will show you the reason why in a moment. I'm currently stood on a pillar block of concrete powder, white. With this stuff, if you haven't used it, you basically, it's just gravel, sand and bone meal, and you'll get 8 concrete powder. Now to turn the concrete powder into concrete, we need to add water. So we submerge the concrete powder into water, or letting it, or by placing it next to water or letting it fall as a water block. So what I'm doing is I've just created a stack of 64 here, and I can fall straight down because I fall into water. And this bottom one in water is concrete now, whereas this one's concrete powder. I break this, each time it falls into water it will turn into concrete, and I can just break every single one of these and get myself a stack of concrete, which won't take long, just bear with me, because I'm going to start the build as well as building the small power supply using lava. I'd like to get an idea of how this build is going to take place, so ultimately where I'd want the power, the machines, our Futurepack setup, our spaceship build. I'm thinking big. All within this cavern, or maybe not totally within the cavern, because the cavern runs along here, Not going to show me. No. Which leads into this sort of mountain. So it could come out to the top of this mountain as well. It's quite nice. We've got a village there. I might lead through this mountain towards this village as well. So I've got a lot of plans. Did I just lose loads of that concrete? I did, yes. See if I can collect it without drowning. I wasn't too careful then about wrecking that. So I've got 2 stacks of white concrete now. And I can make this concrete any colour, which is good. I went down the wrong one, but that shouldn't matter. So, where am I? This is what I'm thinking. I've played with a little bit of an area here. And I would like, as we walk through here, to come through into a circular dome. And then we will have areas coming from there across, and we will have, maybe we'll come out of the dome here, and on the edge of this wall we'll have a building, and we might have some things protruding from here, maybe domes, and some of these will go up through the ceiling, some will stay. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So this concrete, I'm thinking it won't all be white. I'm just doing white for now because I can replace the blocks as and when. So I can take out an area, one side, the other side, and add some colour depending on the design. Ugh. Can't follow that all the way around at the moment. I don't know if this is going to be like that on the floor, but for now I'll leave that. But as you can see, this is as close to a circle as you can get in Minecraft. And then there'd be one there as well. Would there be one there? 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, and then it'll come across here and then go in and along there. But yes, this would be a I don't know what you call it, like a shaft that runs up. It looks a little bit offset at the minute because of the way this is set up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the plans for a power source and try and get a bit of a room started here. And once I've got something a bit more established, I will be right back. Okay, I got a little sidetracked again. I've decided that this build is going to be using a lot of this concrete. It's really good stuff to build with. It looks really nice. It'll be very futuristic and it can be chiseled. All a big plus. So I'm going to need a lot of concrete powder, whether it be whatever colour I decide to use. So I need to set up a machine. I need to set up a system to create this concrete for me from the powder I give it. And for that I'm going to need a block breaker and a block placer. So for that, I've just scanned the industrial furnace and it gave me the block breaker plus a lot of other things like item logistics and such. So with that in mind, I just thought I'd show you what I've done, because going to the tech tree, scanning the industrial furnace has given me the block breaker. It's also given me the aluminium, the reduction and the composite, but from the block breaker I will get a block placer. So I'm hoping these two machines will allow me to sort of semi-automate the concrete process. It should semi-automate the... Well, I'm going to do a little bit of automation to make this easier, because going and trying to break a full stack of concrete powder is going to get tiresome. I made a full stack of grey, and all I did was line that circle inside with grey, and I've nearly used a full stack. So I'm going to need a lot of concrete, because I do plan on having this circle going all the way up to, well, there. Maybe even further. It might even break the surface, but I don't know. And that's going to take a lot of concrete. So I'm going to quickly get some kind of automation in place for that. I'm going to finish off this little area I'm not going to take it too high at the moment. And then I'm going to get a little bit of energy production going. I have just opened up energy generation 1. But what that will do is, once it's open, that will give me the generator. But it produces neon energy. And I won't be able to charge that because it requires RF. I can transfer RF neon energy into RF, but to do that I need another machine which isn't being researched yet. So yeah, in general I want to set up some way of getting lots of concrete a little easier. I want to get a bit of a room set up there in preparation for it to be in a full shaft running all the way up, and I need something to create some energy and transfer it into my storage module. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. I'm just having a look at this setup and trying to figure out how to get this working. I put a block placer there and I've got a block breaker here. And I'm thinking if I have a chest. Yeah. If I run these pipes along the bottom of here, and a hopper will feed into them, I can run these up behind there. Yeah, that'll work. I could run it up the side, but I'd have to disconnect these two pipes because they'll join. I don't have a scrench yet, and the crescent hammer won't do it. I need a scrench to do that, so I'm going to run it just behind and up that way. Hopefully that will work okay. And the block breaker should break the block and feed it out of that pipe and around. How many have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you know what? That just might work perfectly, actually. Just might be okay. There's some gold back there. I'm going to tidy this area up, but I just want to get this in place. And I want to try and do it quickly because I know the episode's being dragged on a little bit. Stick a wardrobe there, which that hopper will feed into that pipe, hopefully. Stick a wardrobe there. That block breaker should automatically feed out and around. I did want redstone cables, redstone pipes, but I can't get them yet. I've scanned the normal pipe, but I can't remember what it asked me to make, but I can't make it because I need to do more research. To do more research, I need more aluminium. I also need I need to go down here at some. Oh, actually. So just beyond that area down there, there are some neon crystals. So I might be able to do that. But anyway, we'll try this setup and I'll see if I can get it working with redstone. So bear with me. When I come back, the only thing I will add to this is some redstone so I can set a pulse onto this and this. And what will happen is I will feed the concrete powder into here. It will get fed along, hopefully. The block placer will place it and it will drop into water here, where the block breaker will break the concrete and send it into here. And the process will continue until this has run out of the powder and this is full of the actual concrete. That's my theory. So bear with me, I will be back in a moment. Right, moment of truth. I haven't tested this yet and I've closed it all in, but this is getting activated by a timer. One of these from RFTools. Very simple to make and it's set on every 60 ticks. This this doesn't need any redstone. We can turn it off or we can turn it on. I'll just have it running. That shouldn't be a problem. That should probably be one of them. Yeah, so hopefully this will work. All I need to do, I hope, I'm going to put a piece of glass here. In fact, I'm going to change that as well and put a piece of concrete in there. Just so I can see through there. In fact, I would prefer that, I think, to be grey concrete. Not that any of this matters at the moment. I can come back and tidy this up. I don't even know if this will stay here, but I wanted a semi-permanent position for it. So I create a infinite water source there. The block breaker is obviously trying to break the water, but it's not going to collect water into a wardrobe. I don't know what it would try and do with water, but that's not a problem. So if in here I've got some concrete powder, I will put 16 for now, and I'm hoping that's travelling out of there. It is. Dropping down, turning into concrete, and the block breaker is breaking it. And it's coming into here as concrete. So I can throw all the powder in there, and when I come back, it will be in here as concrete. Excellent. That's working perfectly. Right. And it's taking no power. It's just working off redstone pulse. Both of them. And it's actually it's not a bad setup. It's fairly tidy. I could hide things more by probably pulling this wall down on either side. We don't need to see both water blocks and such, but yeah, for now, let's see how that would look. Out of interest, see how it looked with a couple of them. And then I could fill that back wall in. Maybe put them back to white. That's working a treat. Excellent. Right, so what I can do is I can make up a load of powder, throw it into there, and then when I come back, it will be concrete. Excellent, I'm happy with that. Right, so there's our first little tiny bit of automation. I could probably do with a torch in here. I need to make up some grey concrete, I need to finish off this, and we still need a small power source using the lava. I will be back in a moment. Right, I'm back. I've done a little bit of building and I've realised I need to have a bit of a change of plan. I know, again, this is an episode of changing my mind. Not so much changing my mind, it's things that I need and I don't have. One of the things I need, which I can't find now, is nickel. I don't have any nickel at the moment to make a certain machine, so that's no good. Other machines I need to do more research, so I need to get on with that. This is all just to power this. So I'm going to see if actually additions will give me power into this using the energizer. It's going to be a very simple setup, but I need to do a few bits and get a few things together initially. So this episode hasn't really gone to plan, but anyway, I've come up with this design so far, with the thought that it would travel all the way up. I don't know if I'm going to keep these. I don't know if this design is going to stay, but I'll lay it out like this for now. I've just blocked this way off because I'm thinking this might be a good point to have a junction to go into different rooms. And I can have different rooms at different heights. So I could have a room at that height and then maybe halfway up a bit further. And I'm thinking of using a tube travelling system, which is very cool. But anyway, I am digressing again. Right, so I've made a coal generator and I have made an atomic reconstructor. And we need to set this to pulse, and I need to place a button on the top, like so. Coal generator obviously takes coal. I'm meant to get some more, but that should be okay, I think. Because the energizer requires some redstonia crystals, an iron casing, an advanced coil, which takes the basic coil, which requires more redstonia, and some black quartz. Some of this stuff I actually have because of the chests in the villages. So that was pretty good. I think I can provide this a redstone signal and it will stop doing things. Alright, that's charging up. Let's just see if that is the case. No, maybe not. I don't know. I don't need to stop it anyway because the coal generator, if you look down the left hand corner, once this has got 300,000 crystal flux in it, and once this is full, it won't burn off any more fuel. Although it will probably burn through that fairly quickly. And I don't know how much energy it's going to take to do this. Why did I come up? Coal. We'll put the rest of that stuff in. The thingy machine round here, this little setup, working great. I've made loads of concrete. That's really good. And the concrete, I forgot, when you're walking along it, you'll walk faster. Which is excellent. Very helpful. Okay, so I'm going to do, how many of these do I need? Do 2 blocks for now. You can do this individually, but I'll see if there's enough energy. Oh, good grief. I'll see if there's enough energy in this. Why is that coming back to me? Thank you. It would seem there is, yes. There is enough energy in that. That gets me 20, so I need 2 of these, which is going to take gold nuggets, 4 of them. That's fine. And then I think that's it, really. I think I've got everything I need. So let's just have a look and see. Oh, gold nuggets. I have some there. Some gold there. Pretty sure I saw some in there. Right, I need... Actually, let's just go back. What was that? Oh yeah, that. So I need... I think 2 of them. And then 2 of them. And then 1 of them. Okay, right, and I need that to test this out. Let's see if this will charge this item. It certainly will. Well, that episode was based around getting that set up so I could go mining. And so much more happened. But I'm quite pleased with the progress. I'm not sure about this design. I think this will work as a crossroads. And then we'll have varying rooms at different heights, like I said. And then I want to leave this open as much as possible, so I might actually get rid of this section. Have 2 rooms coming out this way, have that going down to the mine and up to there, and then have gangways and tube lines and stuff going across, and yeah, we'll work it out. But this is, I think it takes 20,000. It does. That's now full. So I can click that. And I need to put in something. Do I need to put something in there? No, I don't. I can just throw stuff in now. And it will store all my junk. I can lay it out in different ways. So that way's fine. And do it A to Z. And yeah, so I now have, well, a backpack, really. But a technical one. With space for 200 items. Or 200 blocks. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, yes, there we are. We got a couple of machines, although they're not quite the ones I was planning on doing. Although now that I've got into actually additions, I'm thinking it'd be quite cool to get some lasers as well. Transferring energy around. Because they look really good. So we've got that. Need to finish off this mine. This is working perfectly well. I could probably enhance it, improve it. Use different places and different block breakers, speed them up. But you know what? It's produced a lot while I've been busy doing other things, and that's all it's meant to do. So I'm going to leave that there for now. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. See you later, guys.